for that mental shit too.
Well, when you can walk into the hotel, the casino on the strip, a big casino with at least 6 motherfucking ARs or high power rifles, and nobody say nothing.
I'm sure he didn't just walk in with them just out and open on his body. You know, you can break those guns down and put them together.
But as many guns and ammunitions as this man had, you think nobody's seen it? For real, like, you think nobody like seen when the waiter or the room attendants went up in there? Nobody seen all this ammunition or anything. And they are, you know, they're cases that you can put them in, you know.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that set off some type of alarm?
It depends on how he had it packaged up. You get what I mean? It really depends on how he walked that shit in there. It could have been in some nice suitcases. You get what I mean? Nicely broke down and all that. You get what I mean? So, would you think, oh, he got guns? If it's, you know, he walking in as a normal Joe, your average Joe. And there's a lot going on in the casino. You get what I mean? So he's just putting this stuff on that little bellhop thing and rolling it right on up to his room the whole time. You get what I mean? He got all this shit in his bags. No one knows it. So, I mean, like I said, it's not like he walked in there with it out in the open. He walked in there clearly knowing what he knew he was going to do.
Right.
So,
but they still had him on camera walking, you know, a lot of shit past, and you could tell that, you know, he had some high power rifles. You know what I'm saying? Because he had them in the cases.
So the thing is, if they could roll it back and see that. Now, mind you, there's eyes everywhere in the sky, on the strip, in the casino. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they in the motherfucking bathroom.
Right, but they didn't look until after it happened.
You see what I'm saying? But you got all these eyes on you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got all them eyes, and you mean to tell me you missed that? You gonna run it back and you see it after the fact? Nah, they were supposed to see that before the fact. If that's the case.
I mean, that's just like that boy that went up into that elementary school and killed all them kids. You know, and he was already intercepted by the school police at the time.
Mm.
You know. So, and he still was allowed, and he clearly had a gun. Clearly shouldn't have been on that campus.
I just feel like a school police seen him. And you know he's not supposed to be there.
But he didn't want to encounter him. Because he was scared. So this boy gets into the school. But why?
The job was dirty when you took it.
But why did it take a regular civilian to, you know, to bring him down and help, you know, help. And it wasn't even regular officers that got him. They wouldn't even make a move. But you got this kid, and when you talk to his grandmother, he tried to kill her. But when you talk to his mother, you know, she telling you how, yeah, you know, he has some issues and this and that, but nobody said nothing. Nobody's doing anything.
You never did nothing about it. I blame the mama and the grandma.
Well, the grandmother, you know, he tried to kill her.
Exactly. You know this, but you didn't do anything about it. You see what I'm saying? They should tell you. And then the mama knows. Mama's knowing. I hold the mama and the grandma somewhat responsible for all those lives being lost.
He tried to kill the grandmother right before he went and shot all them kids.
And did you not? Grandma didn't call the police? Like, he's running down. You see what I'm saying?
They found her. They found her after the fact.
You did nothing. You did nothing.
Yeah. They found her after the fact.
She did absolutely
at her
nothing.
house, you know, messed up. I don't know if I don't remember exactly what he did, if he stabbed her or what, but I know he tried to kill her.
So maybe she was unable to do, you know, she wasn't able to get to a phone, but something, whatever. But I just still feel
maybe
like
he wanted to kill his grandmother and then, go kill the kids and kill himself.
To a phone. Try it. You know what I mean? Shit.
But the whole time he's on the phone or on Instagram with some girl in Britain or somewhere, and telling her what he's about to do.
I just feel like anybody who might have seen that on live, or if he was and didn't say nothing,
right?
You hold responsibility.
Exactly. And how would you feel though? Like if somebody told you, "Hey, listen, I'm finna go blow everybody in this store brains out right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna holler at you when I finish." You gonna be like, "Oh, this motherfucker tripping," or is you gonna call the police?
Shit,
are you gonna take it that far to call the police?
Right. What are you thinking in your mind? And I can say you really couldn't answer that question until you're put in that situation.
And it depends on who the person is. It's like, but
you know what I mean? Would you just brush it off, or would you call?
Exactly.
And then after the fact it happens, would you be kicking yourself in the ass like,
exactly?
Oh my gosh, this person really went and did it.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Would you hold, would you show ownership? Like, you know what? I knew he told me, or would you hold that and keep it to yourself?
Right. It's just like if your boyfriend tell you that he's going to kill you.
Do you believe him?
Are you going to take it serious?
Or are you just going to brush it off?
Right. Are you going to try to see how far? Like on the other show we was talking about. I mean, are you going to see how far it goes? Or are you going to take the precautions up front and say, "Hey, listen. This person is saying it. I need to take heed to it. I need to take it seriously."
I mean, I've known people who've been in that situation and they've told someone else, like, "Hey, if something happens to me, hey, just know this person did it because this is what transpires all the time." You get what I mean?
Yeah.
They might be in an abusive relationship, and not everybody knows, but just a few people. So they always say, hey, if
because they didn't want to involve the cops.
If something happens to me, he did it or she did it.
Right.
So I don't know. People's mental, you got to watch it. You can't really play with it.
You never know what a person, the only person mind frame is your own at that moment.
And then sometimes some shit, you never know what might happen to you to make you snap.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So mental, I don't know. Mental can come at any time. Your mental can get fucked with at any time.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Certain things that's happened in my life has changed my mental.
Right.
You get what I mean? That puts me on a certain, there's zero tolerance with that because I've been through that. Like, I don't ever want to do that. Hell no. I'm going to hurt you before you hurt me type shit. Like, no. We're not going to ever go through that. You need to ask where my mental is with that.
And and what I know for sure? That no matter what another person mind frame is or my mind frame is or whatever the case is, for you to have power over yourself, you have to maintain control over your mental mind frame.
This is true.
But like I say, it's some situations that you don't even think about it. You wouldn't even think about the response, nothing. You just react.
Right. But to me, which goes to the saying, it's not what happens, it's how you respond to it.
Because if you get scared, say you're a person that don't fight, and every time somebody want to fight you, though, you get so scared. You know what I'm saying?
And a scared person will fuck you up.
Right. And you stab somebody.
And
now you going to prison for the rest of your life because you pulled out a knife and stabbed them, but they didn't have no knife. But it's like, but I was scared, though. Like the police used. You understand? I was scared. So but if I'm scared,
right?
my mind can just click, and I can just go into just strict.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to survive.
Yeah. So
survival
that
mode.
mental can be a tricky thing. You know what I mean? Mental and just making sound conscious decisions.
Right.
Like I said, it's a fine line. It could be a tricky thing.
Right.
It could depend on the situation.
And if it's something that's happened so quick, and
right.
you know, where you
right.
only have a certain seconds to make decisions.
Sometimes your mind is not clicking that fast.
And you might not make all the right decisions right then.
Right then and there. You're just going to go with what your impulse is telling you to do.
Right. Your survival. And even with your body even reacts when you going into survival mode. Your heart starts to pump faster. You know, you start to, you know what I'm saying? You get a bit of little stability because your body is getting ready to fight or flight.
Period.
You know, that's
like
why your heart
for your body,
up
that's
so
like
you can
a defense mechanism.
Right.
That everyone holds.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone
and
holds.
I think everybody got F. I think everybody got 5150 in them. I really do.
I won't take that from you.
I think
I
everybody got a
definitely
little
think
bit
I
of
can definitely
5150 because everybody can get to that point.
Yeah. What to say? Pressure can bust a steel pipe.
Man. And it's something you can do to somebody. You could probably just mush their head. Mush them in the forehead.
And that's the wrap from there.
Or just be like, hell no, nigga, I ain't finna buy you shit. And just make a person trip from that moment.
It could be the simplest statement, or gesture, or look,
or insult.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at that man that killed that lady because she turned him down. She didn't want to talk to him, and he was trying to talk to her. And he just pulled out a gun and shot her. You know?
Well, I just say, you know, being out here in this world, dealing with, you know, different people, personalities, everybody's individuals. Just, we got to be more observant. You know what I mean? Especially even of our friends, family, people who are most closest to us. But even when you come into contact with new individuals,
right.
You know, you could be at a function, you know, a friend of a friend, come on, you know, the more the merrier, whatever. But we got to pay attention because sometimes people do have mental issues that you don't know about, or they might have not shared with you. You know what I mean?
Even if you're at the grocery store or walking down the street, you even got to watch the people that's walking past because you don't know if they going to pull out a gun and blow your brains out.
But I will say this, on that level, we just got to, you know, evaluate the situation and, you know, make better calls. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you just never know if it's on that cusp of, are they mental or are they just flat out who they are and they just making this conscious decision to do them evil things that they do.
Right.
You get what I mean?
And is that a reasonable and logical decision that they making? Because it might be, you know?
Right.
But we also, I think we need to evaluate ourselves.
Right.
You know? And we got to stay on top of our own mental mind frame because sometimes we can be losing it and not even know that we're losing it ourselves.
I'm trying to tell you, I feel like that all the time. My mind is what I lost.
Right. But always love yourself, everybody. Please love yourself first. You know, because you can't put no love into nobody or nothing else if you don't love yourself.
Love yourself.
You know? And we'll be back again tomorrow. And do apologize for the lateness, but know that we will be doing the show.